Alright, so I did get this back up and going. It looks like the uninstall, hopefully the uninstall reinstall is going to fix the issues that we faced earlier today. Um, I will say this, in the last month they've done quite a few fixes to the install itself. Um, you don't have to sit there and download zip files anymore and designate where you want to have your files installed. Uh, it's a lot more fluid. They actually have a true installer now. So it does not allow you to pick where that gets installed. It automatically chooses where it's going to be installed at. Uh, with that being said, it did go straight to my default drive of C as opposed to my work drive, which is the D drive. That doesn't really make me too happy because I keep my C drive pretty clean. It is for my OS and not necessarily for all of my other things. So, um, it is what it is on that. I'll mess around with moving that later. I just wanted to hop right in and let you guys know what I'm seeing here. I am seeing a little bit of artifacting also on the stream, so I don't know if we're going to run into more technical difficulties as we get going. If so, I do apologize for that now. But as you can see here, we do have everything's back up here. So everything picked up. Saw that I had everything installed still. Did not pick up that I have the video encoding software. I'm not going to worry about that. We're not to the stage where I'm going to be doing any type of video encoding at the moment, so I don't need to worry about that right now. It does see that I do have Python already, so that's great. The installed plugins did see that I do have the Photoshop CC. As I was saying earlier, I have during my off time when due to my illness I've been messing around with Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, and Adobe Photoshop, getting myself re-familiar with that. Also a nice thing to note, even though it says right here you have to use Adobe Autodesk Maya 2014, 2015, 2016, they have been making great strides. You can actually use Adobe Blender to get your files over into Lumberyard now. So you can actually use Adobe Blender when you're using the Lumberyard launcher. There are several different tutorials that I saw right here on YouTube that walked you through that whole process. It's not a long process. You just have to export it as a different file type, and then you can bring it right into your Lumberyard. So you can still use Blender, and it is compatible with Lumberyard. Matter of fact, Lumberyard is also making direct plugins. If you go to the developer forums, you'll be able to see those type of plugins right there. So that being said, let me just close a couple things here, see if I can get some of this artifacting done, and then we'll hop right in. Alright, we'll go ahead and launch our Lumberyard editor. Okay, it looks like it's going to try to do this over inside the main monitor. As you can see, it's going through. It is saying, hey, this is the first time you've launched me, so now we need to do all of our it's got to go through all the different assets and shaders and connections. So it's going through and analyzing all of those. So as that's going through on the background, that may slow things down for us just a little bit. That is not to worry. I am not concerned about that in the slightest. I have made a few upgrades to my computer since the last time I did a little bit of streaming. I am now I am running 32 gigabytes of RAM as opposed to 16 gigabytes. I found as I was going through working on the Adobe stuff that I needed to up that. So, of course, you can never go wrong with a little bit more RAM. Also, with that more RAM, I've also added a 43-inch 4K monitor. So I'm toying around getting things to be able to move over to the correct screen on time. So that's why you'll see me still be talking to you, even though my camera's over here, but my monitor is actually over here on the right, where we're going to be working. As I get my office situated, I'll actually get my cameras and stuff moved around as well. That way, in future broadcasts, I'll actually be talking to you over inside our workspace. All right, and still waiting for Lumberyard to come up here. That inside the last version, you could still work while it was doing all of your asset processing. You didn't have to wait for that to complete. I'm wondering if it's making me wait for that to complete before we could go through to get that completed. If so, that's going to be kind of a bummer deal. Oh, there we go. So that's good news. That means we don't have to wait for that. So uh, nice. Uh, Here we go. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. We already saw the default tutorial inside my first video. I do have that posted over on YouTube. So I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to go ahead and start us right off with a brand new level. So we're going to go ahead and click this, and we're going to just name this Learning Lumber Part 2 folder. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and put that there inside levels. Yeah, we'll just leave everything there default. We don't need to do anything fancy here at all. Again, leave just everything here at default. Shaders, everything here are going through. Perfect. There's our objects. There's our database view. I'm just going to go ahead and close that. As you can see, there's our nice, big, just empty. As we go just out here into the middle of nowhere, I just want to go out here to the edge so you guys can see this. Yep, see there's the water, just right where I left off on that last tutorial. Just absolutely gorgeous. That's in there by default. You can sit there see the stark contrast between where our terrain is going to be sitting and just what's at the edge of the terrain that we've already built. So we're going to come right back out here, and then we're going to jump back up here inside the sky. So we're going to go ahead and open up our database view. We're going to go to prefabs library, open this up, character controllers, sphere controller, and if you just drag that right out here, that should be putting out the nice little robot out there. Of course, this is going just a little bit slower because, again, we are still going through and getting all of the assets brought in. But the nice thing is, we aren't experiencing the database error that I was getting just a couple hours ago. So definitely going through and uninstalling Lumberyard, reinstalling, fixed whatever issues it was that I was having. So that was entirely the way to go. It needed to happen. There was zero doubt that we needed to do that. So that's nice that we were able to get that done. So there's our nice little player there. And you just press Control G there on your keyboard, and now you're a nice little robot, and you can sit there and spin around just using your WASD keys, your WASD keys. Anybody that plays first-person shooters or most games on your computer know how to do that. Of course, spacebar lets you jump, and then to get out of that, you just hit Escape, and it brings you right back inside your mode. And then all the way back over there is your little sphere guy. He gets moved right back to where you said, hey, yep, this is where I want to start my level. So we'll go ahead and head back over here. So let's go ahead and from here, let's add a building. So again, we want to go ahead and open up our database. Let's go ahead and go here. Let's type in a building. Well, helps if I don't do a space here. And I think I need to go here into the prefabs. Library. Now let me do a search for building. And I think it's still where it's going through trying to do all of its. We're still trying to find everything. So that's our big thing, where we're still trying to get everything brought up. So I did the preview here. Yeah, this is much nicer. A lot less buggy. Before, just a couple hours ago, I couldn't even bring anything over onto this screen for us. We were just having a lot of problems, like objects here, style, town, architecture. I mean, right here's a bunch of buildings. I like this one. Here we go. Boom. So I mean, we can sit there and actually get right inside here with everything. We can actually see stuff. This right here will be a lot nicer. So while we're waiting, let's see if we can get in and do a little bit different stuff. Let's see here. Clouds. AI. Here's our toggle full screen. We'll just kind of go through all of these a little bit. Transform mode. Align. Snap. Fast rotate so we can go through. Excuse me. So if you still have one of the old versions of Lumberyard downloaded, I would highly suggest going through, making sure to download the new version. I'm not sure exactly when they put this one up. It is called Lumberyard 1.1. It is a lot nicer. They have so many different things here. Of course, you have your tutorials, and then that just opens right up to their tutorial PDFs. It has all their getting started, how to place cameras. I'll drag this screen over here so that you can see that as well. Boom, it just brings you right here straight to their screen, shows you how to go through their flow graph scripting, just all of their stuff, which is really nice. Even walks you through how you can do Android building. So how can you build a program on iOS? So they are really taking this serious. They're constantly working on building this out so that anybody can go in and start working on this, so that they can start building everything for. Oh wow, I did not realize that I did not have him on his on the ground. There we go. We'll put him on the. We'll get him a little bit closer to the ground there. That way, when we grab him, he doesn't just jump off. All right. But so there is that. Of course, you've got all your different options. You have your terrain, so you can do different layers here. So if we want to sit there and add a new layer, we can sit there and just hit plus. Let's name this new layer. Let's go ahead and just call it grass. And then, so we have our main layer down here. We're going to go through here with our grass. And now I'm getting a different warning on my computer. And sorry, I need to check this one out because it's telling me that my computer is overheating, and that's not good because it's water cooled. I do apologize. Okay, I can actually ignore that because that's telling me then that I'm getting the wrong reading. Okay, so we're still good here. So again here, we're going to call this right here grass. So then what we can do here is from here what we can do on the terrain, we can go over here to terrain, generate terrain texture. Again, we've got everything here, we're doing okay. We want to make sure that we've got the correct one highlighted. Boom. Because we don't have our guy on our grass terrain, it's only on our main terrain. When we hide this, of course, our guy disappears. So, we want to, here on our grass, we're going to go through and we want to go through and start working on our terrain a little bit. So we want to go here inside our tools. Where are our brushes? Sorry, I really wish that I had spent a little bit more time playing with this during my off time. But that's one reason why I'm doing these, getting to know the editors, or getting to know this. So we're going to go here. We don't need to worry about time of day right now. We don't need to resize, terrain modify, edit vegetation. Ooh, I kind of like that one. So what's our default here? Okay, so roll up bar. Let's hide this. Let's go here. Brush. Okay. We are going to. Oh, here's some. So here we go. We're inside Style Town here with our objects, but we really want to do brush. And we really want to work here on this part. So we want to change the color of our grass. Because that's our big thing here. We want to change and make our stuff look more natural, right? So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up this getting started guide so that I can figure out where their brushes are at. Here we go. There's their brush. So there's their brush. We're going through here, here. And the roll-up bar. Okay, there's the brush. There's the brush. Okay, so roll-up bar. Yep, there's that. There's brush. Okay, we don't need objects. Oh, okay. So it isn't objects. It is in Style Town. Got it. It's a natural. Okay, terrain. Oh, so then they do town block here. Okay. So then they would do like town block like this. So that's what they were talking about there. So then they can do that, and then of course you can do control copy and then put that down. Zoom out, and then you can do control V to put that right up against that if you wanted to, so that you could sit there and go like that. So now you have two town blocks there. But say I didn't want to do that, so let's go ahead and just take both of those out. right? Boom, they're gone. So let's go back to our brush. Let's go to vegetation, right? What kind of ground shrub do we have here? Oh, there we go. We're going to zoom in here to the ground shrub. There we go. Now we're going to control copy, but I want to go like this. I want to do this one, but now I want to rotate it, right? So we're going to rotate like that. Now I want to select this one. We're going to grab this guy, but I want to move him closer to there. So there we go. And we're going to collect both of them, but I want to grab like that. We're going to, boom. Now I've got this. See, there we go. We've got some nice little bushes going on here. What I want to do here though is I want to select this one, and I want to select, what the heck, let's go ahead and grab our first one here that we did this to. We're going to rotate these guys again, but we want to rotate them kind of like that, kind of like the way that one looks. Now let's go ahead and again we want to grab, oh come on, where is your anchor point? Does it let me, oh it does let me do that. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so I can just sit there and grab, see if I grab like that, it's grabbing both of those. So if I just grab, wow, that one's anchor is way down there. So if I go like that, and then like, where is, there you are. And now I want to move, that is so strange that those are like that close together, or that they are that far apart like that. There we go. Now we'll grab all of those, and we'll be able to give them a good move around. Do a control copy, boom. Don't even have to control V, it just automatically does it. And now they're moving them along the x-axis. If I want to do anything there, does that let me move it that way? No. What if I go this way? No. Okay, so I click on them now. Okay, because I did it that way. Gotcha. Okay, so we'll go there, make sure I'm not clicking on that part, but I want all of these still selected. I don't want to click on the Z. I want to click on the, we'll zoom in here. See, yeah, Z still thinks that it's selected. So as you can see here, I've got a nice little group of bushes here going on. So let's add a couple trees. What do these trees here look like? We'll throw, we got that tree going on. Don't really care for that tree. Yep, I'm sure I want to delete it. But that's kind of quick. There we have a couple really nice bushes going on. Let's go ahead and go this route. Let's see, where are our bushes? Oh, there's our bushes. Oh, but because we did it inside that layer, we don't have a robot here. We can't move him, right? Because I didn't turn back on that layer. So let's turn back on our layer. Now we'll hit Control G. Control G. Okay. Control G. There we go. So now our guy's going to go right up over here to our nice little field of bushes. Not bad. He's kind of stuck in there. You can sit there and see that he doesn't like bushes. So we'll just go ahead and hit escape. And again, we'll go right ahead and turn that one off. We're going to go back over here. See, we're still right there at our bushes. Let's go back here to our brushes. We're going to choose our area. Let's actually not do that. Let's go back here to these guys. Let's select these guys again. So here we go. They're outdoor only, right? As we come inside here, we can sit there and change their location, we can change their speed, we can change their physics. So here's all the different stuff that we can change. We can change their z-axis. It's like, okay, so where is their scale? We can sit there, snap to their angle, we can snap to the grid, follow the terrain. So we can lock them down right there so that they're locked. Boom. Substance editor, open particle editor, open terrain texture. What happens when we do that one? Alright, here we go. It opened all the way up over here. We're going to go over here for this. Layer info. Oh, we do have a layer selected. Default layer, no. Add layer, okay. So we can go through and so with these slices. Oh, there we go. This is nice. See, this is everything I was not getting before. So now I'm actually seeing everything that I'm supposed to see. So I've actually got everything back. I've got the chicken animation. Even though chicken animation is not going to do us any good here. So I'm actually thinking I may reshoot all of our animation, or my entire first video that I did that ended up being 2 hours long, but we couldn't do anything. I didn't have any database. So literally nothing was working right for us because nothing was working. Because I couldn't get any of the tools to work properly, so it was literally just, it was pretty fragmented. So I'm thinking I'm going to go back through and do a complete and total reshoot on that. And I might as well just go ahead and start that now. So what I'm going to do in order for me to do that, though, is I am going to get a fan inside my office because it is about 80-something degrees outside today. I live up in Washington State, and for some reason it has decided that it's going to be nice and beautiful and sunny. And inside my little 6x8 closet area, like I said, I am in the process of moving my garage or my office into a much bigger space. It does heat up my office quite a bit. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be building their tutorial area complete with lighting and scripting, because I want to make sure that we are getting everything. I want to start completely, utterly from scratch. I want to make this look like their introduction area. I want to do the tutorial and I want to make sure that we get that done right. Like in my first video, I did say I had never. This is my first time ever doing any type of gaming development software. I have not done. I have not done coding in quite some time. Last time I did any type of serious coding has been a little bit more than a decade. So that's why I'm a little bit rusty on that point as well. Also, I've got other projects that I've been working on where I've been working with video editing and working with Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere. And one of the reasons I was really looking forward to and working with the Amazon Lumberyard is really a lot to do with the animation side. I feel in order for me to really master the animation effects of what this can do, even though I know that I've got Blender on my system, and I've seen what Blender can do, and Blender's an awesome setup. And I'm still just learning that as well. I really am just learning all of these different systems. I want to see what Lumberyard can do for me. Because I don't want to just be tied down to just one type of editor, one type of software to be able to do any type of thing. I found if you do that, then you're very limited to what you are able to do as any type of creative person. So the software that I've actually got on my system that I use is, I use Camtasia, I use Adobe Premiere, I use Adobe After Effects, I have, of course, Lumberyard, I have Blender. I will not be looking right now at getting Autodesk Maya just because it is cost prohibitive for me as a private individual to be going to that route at this point. That being said, if something happens and I need to go to that model, I may be looking at that. Cinna 4D has been put on my radar. Again, that's a very cost, that's got a lot of cost to that one as well. And the type of videos and stuff that I'd be working with, I don't need to have something that would require that particular type of video suite to really do. So, yeah, so that's what I'm looking at doing. We're going to go ahead and I am going to go ahead and end the stream here on this. I want to thank everyone for coming and joining me for my look at Lumberyard Part 2. We are going to be redoing or revisiting Lumberyard. I will be doing that off of Twitch streaming, and then I'll be putting that up in YouTube videos, and I'll be doing those into smaller, probably 35 to 45 minute chunks at a time as I go through and build out their full-on tutorial. That way we can see exactly how that gets built, what that's going to do, what that is, and everything there. Because, yeah, I really want to learn the software. I think it's extremely robust with what it's able to do. And I hope that you guys will follow along with me. If you like the video, please go ahead and subscribe. If you want to see more, please leave comments. I learn from comments. People sit there and say that comments are extremely harsh. I've got thick skin. Go for it. Leave your worst. Everything is a learning opportunity for me. So please leave your comments below. And thank you very much. Bye.